Gino Palazzolo sat at the edge of his bed, staring at his phone as the screen lit up with notifications from his family group chat. The messages were relentless, each one carrying sharp undertones about Jasmine. "Gino, what's going on with Jasmine? Did she really say those things about us? You need to control your fiancé. She's out of line. This is why we've been warning you, Gino, she's not the right person for you." Gino gripped his phone tightly, his signature baseball cap pulled low over his forehead. His stomach churned. Jasmine had always had a fiery personality, but he couldn't believe she'd go this far, turning his family against him, especially now, when they should have been celebrating the biggest news of their lives. Just a week ago, Jasmine had told him she might be pregnant. The revelation had sent Gino spiraling. A baby would change everything, their already volatile relationship, the dynamic with his family, and his carefully structured life. But instead of bringing everyone closer together, the baby news seemed to be tearing them apart. And now, Gino had to confront the storm brewing between Jasmine and his family. Jasmine stood in the kitchen, stirring a pot of arroz con palo, humming softly to herself. The aroma filled their small Panama City apartment, but the tension in the air was palpable. She glanced over her shoulder when she heard Gino's heavy footsteps approaching. "Jasmine, we need to talk," Gino said, his tone stern. She turned around, eyebrows raised. "What's wrong now?" Gino held up his phone, showing her screenshots of messages his family had sent. "What's this? My family thinks you're talking behind my back, saying things to make me look bad. Are you starting some kind of smear campaign against me?" Jasmine's eyes widened in disbelief. "A smear campaign? Are you serious, Gino? What are you even talking about?" "Don't play dumb, Jasmine," Gino snapped, his voice rising. "You've been posting things online, hinting at stuff about me and my family. They're saying you've been calling them toxic." Jasmine folded her arms across her chest. "Well, if the shoe fits." "Jasmine," Gino interrupted, his voice breaking. "Do you realize what you're doing? My family already doesn't trust you, and now you're making it worse." "They don't trust me because they don't want to. They've never liked me, Gino. They've been against me from the start," Jasmine fired back, her voice trembling with emotion. Gino shook his head, pacing the kitchen. "This isn't helping, Jasmine. You're making me choose between you and them, and it's not fair, especially now with the baby." Jasmine's expression softened for a moment, but the tension lingered. "Gino, I'm not trying to hurt you, but I won't stay silent while your family disrespects me. I deserve better than that." The smear campaign accusations had started a week earlier when Jasmine posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story. "Some people smile in your face but talk behind your back. Protect your peace." The post had been vague, but it didn't take long for Gino's family to assume they were the target. Janice, Gino's cousin and self-appointed family spokesperson, had called him immediately. "Gino, you need to get Jasmine under control," Janice had said, her voice dripping with disdain. She's making you look like a fool online, and now you're telling us there's a baby. Are you sure it's even yours? Gino had defended Jasmine, insisting that his family didn't understand her. But deep down, the seeds of doubt had been planted. What if his family was right? What if Jasmine was using the baby to manipulate him? Jasmine sat on the couch, scrolling through social media as tears pricked her eyes. She had always felt like an outsider when it came to Gino's family. No matter how hard she tried, they never seemed to accept her. She thought back to the first time she met them, during one of Gino's trips back to Michigan. Janice had grilled her with questions, asking about her past relationships and whether she was serious about Gino. The judgment had been clear from the start. "They think I'm a gold digger," Jasmine muttered to herself. "They think I'm just here to take advantage of him." She had hoped the baby news would change things, that it would bring them closer together as a family. But instead, it had only made the cracks in their relationship more obvious. A few days after their fight, Jasmine finally took a pregnancy test. The wait was agonizing, and her hands trembled as she stared at the test sitting on the bathroom counter. When the result appeared, her heart sank. Negative. Jasmine wasn't sure how to feel. Part of her was relieved. Bringing a baby into the chaos of their relationship and Gino's family drama would have been overwhelming. But another part of her felt an aching sadness. She had begun to picture a future with Gino as parents, building a life together despite their challenges. When she told Gino the news, his reaction was a mix of relief and disappointment. "I guess this gives us more time to figure things out," he said, avoiding her gaze. Jasmine nodded, but she couldn't shake the feeling that Gino was already pulling away from her. The tension between Gino and Jasmine came to a head during a family Zoom call that Janice had organized. Jasmine had refused to join, insisting that she didn't want to deal with the negativity. "Gino, we're worried about you," Janice said, her face filling the screen. "Jasmine is toxic, she's manipulative, and now she's trying to turn you against us." "That's not true," Gino said, his voice defensive. "Jasmine just wants to be respected. She feels like you don't accept her." "Maybe because she's always causing drama," another family member chimed in. The call ended in disaster, with Gino feeling more torn than ever. He couldn't shake the feeling that his family might be right, but he also couldn't imagine a life without Jasmine. In a last-ditch effort to save their relationship, Gino and Jasmine decided to try couples therapy. The sessions were intense, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and insecurities. "I feel like I'm always fighting for your love," Jasmine admitted during one session. "And it's exhausting. I need to know that you're on my side, Gino." "I am on your side," Gino said, his voice breaking. "But it's hard when I feel like I'm losing my family in the process." The therapist helped them navigate their communication issues and set boundaries with Gino's family. It wasn't easy, but they began to make progress. A few months later, Jasmine and Gino sat together on their balcony, watching the sun set over Panama City. The air between them felt lighter, the tension slowly dissipating. "I know things haven't been easy," Gino said, taking Jasmine's hand. "But I want you to know that I'm committed to making this work, no matter what happens with my family." Jasmine smiled, tears brimming in her eyes. "Thank you, Gino. That's all I've ever wanted." Their journey was far from over, but for the first time, they felt like they were on the same team. Together, they would face whatever challenges came their way. Smear campaigns, family drama, and all.